How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Um, that speech that took place by or that so-called speech that took place by our leader. Um, what do you all think about it? Stay tuned, and I'll tell you what it made me think about. Thanks, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, and also please subscribe for more content like this. Just to get right into it. The so-called speech that our so-called leader gave, I don't know, it makes me think about prepping even more. It just seems like, first of all, it just seems like it wasn't him that was saying it, because honestly, I don't think, from a mental aspect, I don't think he's capable of even doing certain things right now. But, excuse me, with that in mind, I was thinking, what should I be prepping right now? What should I be getting, like acquiring or obtaining right now? What should I be wrapping my hands around right now, bringing it in, holding on to it, storing it, And I don't have a list, so I'm going to do something that most people don't do. I'm going to give you a few things. I'm going to try to go with 5, but a few things right off the top of my mind that I think we should continue to store or continue to stock. So with that in mind, let's go. Number 1, obviously food. You want to make sure you have canned goods. Want to make sure you're storing your food properly. Get your Mylar bags. Get everything you can. To store your food. Number 2, you need water, of course. Get as much water as you can. As you all know, you can survive a lot longer without food than you can without water. However you may store it, whether it's in gallon containers, whether it's in, um, bottled water, you get these cases of bottled water, put them on shelves, or however you may do it. Just continue to stockpile on it. I mean, people seem to forget that some of these items, you're thinking, okay, well, I haven't too much to use. Well, remember, you can use a lot of these items as bartering items also. Number 3, I would say brush up on a skill that does not require internet access, whatever that may be. Skills that does not require internet access, because at any point in time, the access to the internet can be taken away. Now, for someone like myself, who was an 80s kid and a 90s teenager, it's no big deal. Don't get me wrong. There are certain things I would probably miss. I'm not going to sit here and just, be just be completely oblivious to the fact that, yeah, there are going to be some things that you're going to miss. But you can't base your whole skill set and your whole life off of internet access. Because as I said, at any point in time, that could be taken away. Let's see, what do we have? We have food, water, skills without internet access. I would also say, I guess I can combine these. I would say boomsticks and freedom seeds. That's something obviously that you need. You need it for self-protection, and you need to definitely make sure you have the tools to go along with it, because if something malfunctions on your boomstick, you want to be able to fix it. You may not be able to just take it to so and so and have them do repairs on it, right? Or make certain upgrades to it, right? So I would definitely make sure I have that. And the second part of that, freedom seeds, obviously, you want to stockpile those, not only for your own personal use, but also for, once again, bartering. You may have that, but someone else may have a particular type of food you need, or a particular type of clothing you need, whatever. You're able to come to an agreement and swap those things out or trade with each other, and you both walk away from the deal with what you want, what you need. Uh, number 5, and I could talk a long time about this one, but if at all possible, you have to get out of the lone wolf mentality. So number 5 would be surround yourself with like-minded believers, people who believe just like you do, people who believe in freedom, people who believe in you know self-sustaining. You know, you have to be that. You have to have those type of people around you, because there may come times where you may not feel motivated. We may not feel motivated. You want to have someone else around you that believe that what you do, you know, that may keep you motivated. I'm gonna tell you this: my wife and I, when we were homeless, there are times where obviously you're gonna have your days where you're not feeling well, you're upset, you're mad. Sometimes you're so upset and depressed you don't even feel like praying about it. I'm just being honest with you. But the beautiful thing, the way God worked it out for us when we were going through that, is there are days we would feel bad and depressed, but the beautiful part about it is we never felt that way at the same time. Example, if one day if I'm feeling bad, depressed, sad, frustrated, mad, whatever, well, she would be in a great mood that day and would be motivating that day. Another day, it'd be just the opposite. She would be feeling mad, stressed out, depressed, angry, whatever, and I would be in a great mood that day. You see what I mean? You have to have people like that, you know, uh, around you, because believe it or not, I mean, I know it's been said millions, perhaps billions of times, there is strength in numbers. So if something happens and you have the numbers on your side, or you have a high number of people, there's a better chance for success. I mean, you've seen the shows, like I like The Walking Dead, you know, and even though that's a fictional show, it still shows that you know there is strength in numbers. Uh, Another show that I watch sometimes is stupid reality show. I know it's stupid, but and it could very well be scripted, but there's a show called Big Brother. I watch the show, and the reason why I watch it, you learn a lot about strategy. You learn a lot about plotting, scheming on that show. And generally, the people who make it to the end, not only because they have a great social game or have great strategy, but they always seem to have enough votes to make it to the next day, or to make it to the final round, or to the final day, the final night, right? You always got to have a number of people on your side that's going to vote, for you, or is going to believe what you say and trust you. And the people that generally win that game are usually the ones that have, you know, have the most people have trusted in them. Um, but also every time they get put on the block to almost get evicted out of the house, they always seem to come up with the numbers in their favor. That's how numbers help. That's just an example of how it helps. Um, I do believe you also, I guess this could be number 6 perhaps, is stay away from too much mainstream media. You know, if you want to, the more you take something in, the more you're going to start believing it. We have to watch our ear gates and our eye gates. What we see and what we hear, we have to watch it, because I do believe that if you take too much of something in, it will penetrate. It's like it penetrates you mentally. It penetrates your, it's almost like it penetrates your soul in a sense. So if you're listening to lies enough, maybe to you they become the truth. So you have to watch out for that. And that's that old saying, if you tell a lie enough, it becomes the truth. And you have to know when to step away. Now, would I tell you not to never to never watch mainstream media? No. What I'm saying is you have to pick and choose when you watch it and what you take in. Because looking at that, it's almost like, well, it helps you. It helps us plan. Let's be honest. Because even though I think most times when they do report something, they're behind, but in a sense, it kind of lets you know what's going on and what they are planning on doing. So you have to watch it, but you always have to, keep it in the right perspective. Okay, look, they're just trying to get views. It's about fear mongering. They're trying to sway us, to go one side over the other. That's basically what it is at the end of the day. So you always have to keep that in the back of your mind, right? So I would say, don't take too much of that in. Take in just enough just to keep you on your toes. Because I think we all need to be kept on our toes a little bit. We can never get too relaxed. From here out, I don't care if you live 5 more years. I don't care if you live 500 more years. You have to stay on your toes. There's never going to be a time in history or in the future, let's put it that way, where we can ever be completely relaxed again. I mean, until Jesus come back, hey, we're not going to. There's not a point in time where you can really think and say, yeah, we could just relax on this. No, that time is past and gone. That's done, because the trust level in our so-called leadership, that's done. That's gone. If it was there, it should be. If you had a full tank of trust for our so-called leadership in the past, that tank should be pretty much empty now, like down to a little bit or completely empty now. Therefore, you can't relax. Anyways, uh, yeah, what did you all think about this so-called speech from our so-called leader? And did it make you feel any different? Or did it just kind of reinforce what you've already believed, what you already know? Let me know in the comments. And also, I do appreciate those people who reached out to me via email, wanting to know how they could help the channel. I appreciate the gifts. I appreciate the cash apps, all of that. Definitely appreciate it. It was unexpected, really. I didn't think I'd be getting, having people do that, but you'll actually be able to see what it's been used for, because all I'm going to do with it is provide more content, and you'll see some of that content coming up in the future. But I definitely appreciate you all for reaching out and contributing there. So definitely appreciate it, and please give the video a like. Please subscribe to the channel, and as always, get ready, stay ready. God bless.